Hi guys, Nicole here, and I am here to tell you the differences between the Barista Express and the new Barista Pro. Very similar looking by eye. I mean, you can see some subtle changes here. First one, there's the brushed silver right here in the background, and this one has more of the polished silver, which I think just adds a little bit of class to it. You want to make sure you keep it clean because you probably can see a lot more splashes on that than you can the brushed, but it definitely looks nicer. Obvious difference is the LCD screen that's now on the Barista Pro, which makes it just easier, and you really can kind of see what's happening. You know, it counts down the shot, it counts down the grind time. You have a very, it's a lot easier to use the menu on that when it comes to cleaning, descaling, back flushing, all of that. So that's definitely a huge pro for it. The Barista Express has, you know, just like the touch buttons, which is fine. That's still, it's a great machine, but this definitely makes it a lot easier. What else? This one has a half-pound hopper. This one has a half-pound hopper. They're the same there. This one has a 68-ounce water reservoir, while this one has a 67, so up just a bit there on this one. A huge plus for the Pro is the grind settings. There are 30 grind settings on this one, whereas the Barista Express came with 18. So it's really nice that you have more settings to really get it dialed in even more. Of course, all of those settings are just for espresso anyways. You can't do any other grind applications with those, but it's nice that you have more grind settings just to get it dialed in that much more, get that much better of a shot. So that's definitely a plus there. Both have a 54 millimeter tamper, 54 millimeter portafilter. You still get all of the same great accessories that you do with any Breville product. They always send the pressurized and non-pressurized baskets for single and double, some cleaning supplies, the razor tool, all of that stuff that Breville is great about, you know, throwing in. You still get all of that. Let's see here. The hot water spout is a little bit different. The hot water spout on the Barista Express is right here, whereas the hot water spout on the Barista Pro is right here. So they kind of make it so you don't have to move your cup over as much, and the water should just slide right in if you're doing an Americano. So that's a pro right there too. So not as much moving around, kind of makes it a little bit hands-free. One of the biggest features of this is definitely something that you can't see, and that's really how it's built on the inside. So they both have that thermal coil heating system. The one that's on the Barista Express is more of a cylinder shape, where the heating just kind of goes and wraps around. So it takes a little bit of time, you know, heating up, but not too bad. Keep in mind, this machine, I think, came out in like 2013. So, you know, 6 years ago, it heated up really fast and wasn't that big of a deal. Now this one comes with the thermojet system, which is a lot, it's more, it looks like a waffle kind of. It's flat, and the heating uptime on this is so quick. It really is impressive. And you'll hear that and you'll see that, and we'll do a comparison, but on the Barista Express, you hear like the bump, 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 bump for a little bit before you can really start steaming. And on this one, you hear maybe bump, bump, and then it just starts steaming right away. So you'll definitely see those differences, and that's huge. In fact, maybe I'll just show you real quick too, those differences in the steaming. And then once I'm done with that, I think I'm gonna make a drink on each one of them too, so you could see what's different with all of that. But let's do this first, because this is a really cool feature. So I'm going to turn them both on to steam at the same time, and then you can get an idea of how quickly one works over the other, okay? So I just turn them both on steam, and pretty soon then we should see this one start sputtering. Yep, there we go. And this one hasn't even started yet. There we go. It's already ready to steam. No time at all. This one is still thinking. You can see it's sputtering a little. Now you can hear the thermal coil kicking in. And it's gonna kick a little bit longer. And there we go. Now we know that we can steam. So again, it's really nice that this is so much faster. And this isn't awful by any means. Again, the machine came out 6 years ago, so it was really quick then. And you can hear it refilling too. But yeah, so this one is definitely just a lot quicker. So now I am going to get in front of the machines and make a drink on each one so you can see the differences firsthand. Okay, we are back and we're going to start making some drinks now. So I'm going to first make my drink on the Barista Express, and then I'll do the Barista Pro so you can see the differences from there. So first, to get this started, I'm going to let you guys know what coffee we're using. We are using Quill's Guatemala. They are roasted in Kentucky, and this one has flavors of grape candy, graham, custard, and peach. It's a yummy one. We just started carrying a lot of their coffees, so you guys should check them out. They're really good, actually. Okay, so first things first, on the Barista Express, I want to do a double shot. So I'm going to go ahead and just change this filter size right here and switch that over to double. Again, easy. It's not like this machine is difficult by any means, but the Pro, you'll see, is just a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and start grinding here. Breville still, of course, make sure the tamper is always easy for us to grab and locate, and it's nice that you never lose it. It's just attached to the machine, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, and then you can also, as you know, change the grind time as well too, which is a really nice feature, and you can do that on the Barista Pro too, but you'll see why it's a little bit better on the Barista Pro. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and make our shot. Get that locked in there. And then again, all we have to do is hit the double shot right there. So again, very easy. There's just, you know, not a whole lot for us to look at while the drink is being made. Of course, we can see the pressure gauge, and then we'll see when it's going to start pouring from that pressure gauge. But there's definitely a lot more to look at and follow while you're using the Barista Pro. All right, perfect. Move this out of the way. All right, just put that back in there for now. And now we are going to steam. So the first thing we want to do is purge out. And it's trying, it's thinking. All right, there we go. So now I know that it is okay for me to steam. There we go. You can hear the thermal block ticking in. We should have had a timer set up so we could see how long it takes to make a drink on each machine. And Breville has the same steam wand on both machines, which is really nice. They really have a great steam wand, really on all of their machines, even the ones with the automatic steaming. Those steam wands are great too. That's something that Breville's always been great at. All right, this looks about done to me, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Always want to make sure that you clean that steam wand right away so it doesn't get all sticky. Now I'm going to purge out. And of course, that doesn't take too long to get that part done. All right, done there. So now let's make this drink. Looks good. All right, I'm sure it will be tasty, no matter what machine. And it is. It's really good. It's hot. It's tasty. Okay, so making a drink on the Barista Express. So now we're going to turn over and we are going to look at the Barista Pro and make a drink here. So again, I am just going to, I have my grind size set, the time set, all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and start it just like you do on that one. Breville always makes it easy. But on this one, you can see how much time is left while you're grinding. So that's definitely just, you know, something fun for you to look at, a little bit different. On both machines, they do still have the 15 seconds that you can pause as well too. So when you do want to pause, you just press it in again, and then you have 15 seconds, do whatever you need to do, if you need to shuffle it or whatever you need to do, and then push it back in and it'll restart. So that's nice that they do allow that. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and make that shot. We did a grind for a double shot. And so we are obviously going to want to make a double shot drink here. So let's go ahead, put this underneath here, and we are just going to go ahead and hit this button right here to make the 2 shots. Again, you can see just fun. You can see the pre-infusion of the shot. You can see how much time is left. It really gives you just all of that information. So you just have a good eye of what's going on. It's also a good way to see if you're making, if your shots are consistent every single time. If you see all of a sudden that it's starting to come out earlier in time or later in time or whatever, it's just a good guide for you to see. Oh, I may have tamped too hard, or my course might not be as fine, or my grind might not be as fine as I need it. So yeah, it's just really nice that you can see those sort of things. So made the shot, and the shot itself looks beautiful. And now we are going to go ahead and steam our milk. And again, on this machine, it does not take long. It's the same setup. It's the same where you, turn it this way if you are steaming, and then that way for hot water. Of course, we're steaming. I want to purge first. So let's see how long it takes here to start purging. And it is purged. So I think we're good there. So we're going to go ahead and flip this, and I'm going to start steaming. All right. So this one is not going to take nearly as long for us to steam. Again, the steamer quality is the same. It's the same steam wand. So it does a great job. And you have a lot of control over it. It has that 360-degree swivel, which is really nice. So all of that is great in the steam, but it is just a lot quicker. It's almost there. All right, that's good for me. And again, you can hear it refilling the boiler. Wipe it off, and then we are just going to do a quick another purge. Just to get any of that gunk out. You want to make sure you're keeping it clean. They're not cheap machines, so you want to make sure that you're treating it right. And there we go. So yeah, quick. I wish we would have had a timer. It was, I'm sure it was a lot quicker. It's a lot quicker to steam anyways. Grinding and brewing is probably all the same. But when it comes to steaming, that machine is fast. And it does a great job too. I'd say the foam is definitely very similar. Again, it's the same steam wand, so they shouldn't be too different. And take a sip of this one. That's really good. That coffee is really good. That has a good flavor. It's great for a latte. Yeah, really good drinks. Somehow this one's a little bit hotter, and I'm not quite sure how, but it tastes a little hotter to me. Yeah, so again, both are amazing. This one is definitely has just a lot of extra features that just really help the process out and make it a little bit easier for you. Both great machines, but Breville they're very innovative when it comes to their machines and adding new features and just making it easier for us to make great drinks at home. So yeah, if you have any other questions on this machine or the Barista Express for that matter, feel free to leave them below in comments. Subscribe to us, check out our Instagram, our Facebook, all of that. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot.